everybody, it's your online singing coach back again today with a new reaction and analysis. Today's something a little different. We are reacting to How I Made SB19 Time, the song breakdown by Xerxes Bakker. I am really excited for this video. I can't wait to get into all the little details of how this song came together.
Heyo, I am Xerxes Bakker, and this is how I make SB19's sound. So let's start with opening the session, I guess. Basically,
Sweet.
18
This is logic.
This is the super fans of SB19. They're amazing. I've been getting a lot of love for this song, and they've been DMing me, asking me how I made the song and why, etc., etc. So I was like, hey, why not make a breakdown video like this?
Yes, please.
So let's break it down.
Let's break it down.
I love coffee.
Me too.
I think every song kind of starts with just a thought, of course. I was just freestyling, jamming on the piano. I was just like something doing like this, and I ended up, don't laugh, I ended up with this, like somewhat of the version. Pre-chorus.
Voice memos.
So that's the pre-chorus, of course. Stuck inside my never-ending thoughts. It became that. And then I think, let's see, what's the chorus? Yeah. So after that jam, I think I just started mumbling words. The piano being the. With that, I think just that pauses, just time stuck with me. And I've been sitting on this concept for a while now, because 2024 wasn't a great year for me and my family. We had some losses and health issues, personally and around me. And 2024 humbled me a lot. So that the concept of time, I played with it a lot, but I had no room for it to really make something. I think basically it all came together in this song, because I honestly feel that time is the greatest gift we have, and we should treasure it and make use of it. I started with the piano.
Okay, cool. It's all very fascinating already, isn't it? Love songwriter to songwriter. I just love seeing bits of the same process. Oh, I can't show you my voice memos right now because I'm recording on my phone. But I don't even know how many hundreds or thousands of voice memos I have with little bits and pieces of ideas. Gotta love voice memos. And hey, I also use Logic. It's a great program. It's very user-friendly for those of you who are thinking about getting into production or just, creating demos. Now, I love that he already just briefly addressed this I would view it as the most significant moment of the song, which is that giant pause before the word time. And it's interesting to hear that the melody came first. It was just playing da 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 da, before the word was there. And then that word kind of came into his consciousness as he continued to play this. So I think that's really cool. Just again, to hear different people's processes. Some people start with lyrics, some people start with melody, some people start with production, like a beat or something, something that they can top line to. So this is all very, very cool and interesting so far. Now let's see how he digs into the production.
I started with the piano, and I'm not a great piano player, but I think it's good enough.
Totally. Yeah.
And then the pre. I do quantized it.
Cool. He hit that so big.
The thing that I always do is create atmospheres.
Okay.
And I think I have it here with this synth. It's just this.
That's a synth. That is a cool
Like a
sound.
sample. But I think I started with the chorus, of course. And if you hear, listen to the drums. It's just this.
Now there's a lot of drums when you open that up.
I think that the effects are they're playing a major
Definitely the
role in this whole
reverb.
song. So if I play the effects alone, that's my backing vocal.
Nice. Wow. Sounds so epic.
And what I really
That's
like,
cool. That's cool. You know what the lesson is for me right here is to actually take more time with effects, because you don't actively hear those sounds. You know, you just hear like, you hear the pause and you hear the hit, and you don't actively hear like this, you know, the sustained sound. You don't hear the reverb tail until it's isolated like this, and it's really just cool to hear. This is how this became so epic and so big, by these little details here, rather than just having like a whoop, ting, you know, just like one sound, one sound. The way these all got layered to create such an epic big sound, super cool. Oh. Cha, cha, cha.
and what I really like about this song are the cuts, the pauses. I've been doing that a lot in my productions because I love silences. I think they play a major role in dynamics. And
Definitely.
that SB like also saw the vision and just like, yeah, that's good, that's great. And it represents also what I'm trying to say in the song, right? With time, it can be done, it can be over, and the pause is there.
Yes, absolutely. The symbolic meaning of those pauses is not lost on the listeners. But it is controversial. It was like, not the word is not controversial, but it's a talking point. The pauses, they are you can't not notice them. They're very, very big. Like he said, the silence is a very, very big part of the song, and it does take you out of it. It's jarring, and I totally get what they're saying about that. You know, things sneak up on us that we're just we're doing every day. We're just doing every day. We wake up, we have our routines, blah blah blah, and then suddenly, boom, something comes in and slices open our routine and our trust of the day to day, and sometimes that slice, is something we never recover from. So, I mean, it's a very, very powerful effect, without a doubt.
And it represents also what I'm trying to say in the song, right? With time, it can be done, it can be over, and the pause is there. And what a lot of you were mentioning in me in DMs, but also when people showed me reaction videos of you guys, that the pauses and the tricks and the little effects in the pauses were really a thing that popped out with you. As a producer, believe me, guys, that's the best thing that you can. That's almost one of the best compliments that you can give a producer. All the little things that we do that nobody hears, but the people hear. That's great. And one of them is this.
Little stutter
I think
there.
it's just a kick doing pop, pop, pop with a vocal reverb going left, right.
Wow.
That's
Cool.
it. And then the other one
Very
is
creative. Dope.
I don't even know what that is.
I love it, whatever it
I think
is.
that's a slide bass. Yep. What's the other one?
That thing.
I don't know
It's
what
like
it
an
is, guys,
effects.
but that's what you're hearing. So while I was making this song, I called up my homie Samuel Akinbody in their songwriting credits, Sam Atkins as an artist. And he's an amazing lyricist. So he helped me like shape up words and lyrics um, beautifully
Serum for the
to
bass.
capture what I
It's a good
had in
sound.
mind. So once I was done with the demo, when we were writing it and I finished the production of it, I sent it out to the guys of SB19. Basically, not long after, they said they wanted it and they loved it. They had some ideas for it as well. So me and Pablo went back and forth, also on Zoom online because I live in Amsterdam. They live in the Philippines, of course. He had some great suggestions. They wrote the bridge and everything. Uh, um, Amazing. Like how they captured also the feel and the vision that I had, how they turned it into theirs and their song is amazing.
Yeah, and I want to pause for a second here to talk about that because again, this video is so interesting. I really love the backstories. I love to be able to see behind the curtain, and I'm sure all of you who are watching this do too. But what is so interesting, perhaps the most illuminating, enlightening thing is we all know that Pablo is such a writer. I mean, so talented. Generally writes all of, or at the very least co-writes all of SB19 songs. And what Xerxes was just saying about how the things that Pablo and the boys did to it to make it sound like their song, like authentic to them. It really sounds, if I hadn't looked up the credits, I would have just automatically been like, this is Pablo wrote the song. It feels very Pablo to me. And so it's surprising to hear that Pablo didn't come in till much later on this particular song because it feels very Pablo and it feels very SB19. So clearly Xerxes knew the vibe and the feel and the need that the boys were looking for, and the way that they connected with the song, they were able to bring their own stories and feelings and purpose to the song. It's really cool. Really, really cool, synergistic energy.
And then for the bridge, I think what's driving the bridge is the Reese bass, because that's the one that's moving along with the piano, because everything else is pretty static.
Cool. Cool.
That's moving along pretty
So
well with the
full.
vocals of the guys, which are absolutely amazing.
Makes it so
And a lot
full.
of y'all notice the strings I added, which is very cool.
I can't say I actually did notice the strings before.
The breakdown piano is a popular one. I added the clock.
Oh, yes.
The bass comes in.
That is a cool bass.
The heartbeat was a suggestion by Pablo. He had
Seems like a Pablo thing.
tips and tricks and suggestions. In the last chorus, I think I added more strings and more brass taps, more effects just to make it bigger and everything. And in the end, like one of the last pauses, there's this scream, desperate scream type.
Yes, that's a Pablo thing, right?
Me in the demo singing time and just messed it up, reversed it, pitched it up and down, and it sounded like this.
Super cool.
And I think Pablo thought I just screamed like it was a scream. And so he did that. And then I also messed around with his scream.
Cool.
That added a lot, like a lot of desperation in that
Mm-hmm.
one of the last pauses. And then if I just let it run, probably we'll hear the end violin again. I had to end the song with a clock ticking, like time is over. So after a while, they
Did you notice how
recorded.
he sounded like he pitch shifted that too? It sounded just now like it was getting a touch lower each time. I mean, you could hear at the end, it like, anyway, interesting. Like another thing, I just love to watch this kind of thing because like that re-space he's talking about, it sounds like if I was just like going through sounds and checking that out, I'd be like, oh no, that's for dance. That sounds like a synthy dance space, not for a piano ballad. But it works so well and it's so full, so much presence. I just love getting to see all these little details.
Like time is over.
Yeah, they
So
do
after
go lower.
a while, they recorded the song, and I got the vocals. I asked for the vocals.
Wait. One more time that just like re-emphasizes the point about the details of the effects. Could just left that clock totally straight. Tick tock, tick tock. But the way he like pulled it down, it's just another subtle thing that makes it more special. Okay, now we're telling me about the vocals, my favorite part.
So after a while, they recorded the song, and I got the vocals. I asked for the vocals so I could finish production to see if I needed to add something. If the vocals weren't there, right, then I had to do something in the production to make it bigger. I didn't have to do anything because
They can
the
sing.
vocals were amazing. Like the energy and the desperation that they had in their voices were just impeccable. So shout out to the guys, man.
I'd love to see your vocal chain.
And they're amazing, and they brought this song alive. Also, the music video is crazy. I mean, I teared up. I can't lie. The actresses are great. The guys behind the video, kudos for that, because it 100% and probably even more captured what I had in mind for this song. Yeah, you deserve it all the credits that you guys are getting. Yeah, please watch it because it's amazing. So this was me, Xerxes Bakker, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I never do this
Very much,
so bear with me. So like, subscribe. No, I'm kidding. I hope you enjoyed this video.
I will.
God bless.
Come on, Xerxes. You know you got to say that. That was super cool. Not surprised to hear that the vocals were basically perfect when he got them. And again, I'd love to hear the behind the scenes vocal recording sessions. Oh gosh, I would love to hear that. I always picture Pablo being there and pulling more out of the guys if needed. I always picture Pablo being like, wait, I need to scream here, But maybe there's a vocal coach there. Maybe there's nobody there. Yeah, and then do they just send them dry, untouched to Xerxes, for example? I'm curious to know what the vocal chain was for them. I always love to see that. The compression settings, the reverb settings. Anyway, for me, this is my favorite track on the new album, and it's a really beautiful, touching, emotional message. So I know there's several live performances now of Time out there. I'll need to check out one or two. If you have a favorite, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much again to Xerxes for taking the time to create this fascinating video for those of us who love to dig deep into the songs. I hope you enjoyed watching the. You know what? I'm going to give Xerxes a shout out first because he didn't do it to himself. His info is in the descriptions box. Be sure to subscribe to him. I hope you enjoyed watching this with me. If you did, please be sure to hit subscribe. If you'd like to see my other SB19 reaction and analysis videos, you know where to find them. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you next time. You're